you think they are going to die, or in a terrible illness, or you see that they are dying, try and say the words La ilaha illallah before their heads, in front of them. Another thing you can say is other words of dhikr, subhanallah, alhamdulillah. The point is, you remind them of Allah. Because that person, my brothers and sisters, is going through something called a ghaybuba or sakarat al-maut. The, if you like, intoxications of death. The, how can I say it? Unconsciousness of death. You go in and out. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam calls it sakarat. It's sort of like you're drunken. You kind of understand what's going around, and at the same time, you're in a maze. So the person who is dying comes in and out. Sometimes can understand you, sometimes cannot. These are sakarat. Even Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the prophets, they went through sakarat al-maut. Except that their hearts always remembered Allah. It's the only difference. Whenever they slept, whenever they were awake, if they are dying, their hearts are still awake. However, their natural body goes into an unconscious state from what you're saying to them too. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he was dying, he would grab some water, a sponge, and he would wet his forehead with it, because he had humma, he had a terrible fever, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And he would say, Subhanallah, inna lil mawti la sakarat. Glory be to Allah, how perfect is He. Surely death does carry intoxications. Not intoxication of alcohol, but a different type. Inna lil mawti la sakarat. He would go unconscious, he would wake up again. Then he'd remember something. He'd say to Aisha, Ya Aisha, I have 7 dananirs, 7 dinars. What's that? Something like saying today, not even something like saying a very small amount, something like $7 or something, or $8 or whatever, $20. He says, I have 7 dinars, donate it. He would go unconscious and would come back. Say, Ya Aisha, did you donate the 7 dinars? She would say, Ya Rasulullah, we were busy with your state. He would say, donate them. For what would you think if a prophet of God, his beloved, met him on the day of judgment and he still has 7 dinars from the dunya? These are prophets, they're different to us. Donate them. Until finally they did. So, لَقِّنُوا مَوْتَاكُمْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا. Remind them of Allah. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, مَنْ كَانَ آخِرُ كَلَامِهِ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ دَخَلَ الْجَنَّةِ. Whoever's last words are La ilaha illallah, they will enter paradise. Meaning they believe in it. And they say it in truth. And their actions prove it. Not anyone can say it, brothers and sisters. It is those whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has gifted. We can only say it before them because we don't know whom Allah has chosen, who Allah hasn't chosen. But even if they don't say the word La ilaha illallah, their matter is to Allah. Their actions decide on what's going to happen. And the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But La ilaha illallah is a promise. The word. Another thing Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told us to do is to recite Surah from the Quran, but especially Surah Yasin at the time of their death, when they're dying. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said in the Sahih Hadith, اقرأوا على موتاكم ياسين. What does this mean? It means recite Surah Yasin at the time that your person, whoever, your family, whoever it is passing away. Some people misunderstand this hadith. They understand it as being a person who has